Hi, I'm Max, and this is The Only Thinker. One day, a salesman came to see me and described his difficulties in working with the sales manager of his organization. He had been with the company 10 years and had received no promotion or recognition of any kind. He showed me his sales figures, which were greater proportionally than the other fellow men in the territory. He said that the sales manager didn't like him, that he was unjustly treated, and that at the conferences the manager was rude to him and at times ridiculed his suggestions. I explained undoubtedly that the cause was the degree within himself, and that his concept and belief about his superior bore witness to the reaction of this man. The measure which we measure to others, we measure to us again. His mental measure of concept of the sales was mean and very angry with him at all times, and it just seemed kind of unnecessary, but he was filled with the bitterness and hostility towards the executive. On his way to work, he conducted a vigorous conversation with himself filled with criticism and mental arguments of his sales manager. What he gave out mentally, he was inevitably bound to get back. The salesman realized that his inner speech was highly destructive because the intensity and the force of his silent thoughts and emotions personally conducted, mentally downing yourself and his thoughts of the sales manager, and that entered his own subconscious mind. This brought about the negative response from his boss, as well as creating many other personal and physical emotional disorders. He began to pray frequently as follows: I am the only thinker in my universe. I am responsible for what I think about my boss. My sales manager is not responsible for the way I think about him. I refuse to give power to any person, place, or thing to annoy me or disturb me. I wish health, success, peace of mind, happiness for my boss. I sincerely wish him well, and I know he is divinely guided in all of his ways. He repeated this prayer out loudly and slowly, quietly and feelingly, knowing that his mind is like a garden, that whatever he plants in the garden will come forth like seeds after their kind. I also taught him to practice mental imagery prior to sleep. In this way, he imagined that his sales manager was congratulating him on his fine work, on his zeal and enthusiasm, and on his wonderful response from his customers. He felt the reality of all of this, felt his hand shake, heard the tone of his voice, and saw him smile. He made a real mental movie, dramatizing it to the best of his ability. Night after night, he conducted this mental movie, knowing that his subconscious mind was the receptive plate on which his conscious imagery would be impressed. Gradually, by a process of what he had termed mental and spiritual osmosis, this impression was made on his subconscious mind, and the expression automatically came forth. The sales manager subsequently called him up to San Francisco, congratulating him and giving him a new assignment as division sales manager over 100 men with a big increase in salary. He changed his concepts and estimate on his boss, and later responded accordingly. Thanks.